than you. And then we'll take it higher.
Oh, also, I didn't see there. Good evening. I'm Eugene Spitz, professor of history at Davidson University, specializing in the repercussions of World War I. Today's show will provide a detailed glance into the past. We will discuss the 1919 Paris Peace Conference and the outcomes of the Treaty of Versailles. Are you ready?
Who does Germany think they are?
Yeah, wait, how did the war start again?
Well, you just sit down, I'll tell you a little story. It all started in 1905 when William II tried to test the new French and British Entente. Too bad it backfired for Germany and made them closer.
Come together right now over me.
Next up to the war was the assassination of Austrian Archduke Francis Ferdinand.
Wait, what happened?
Well, a Serbian man named Gavrilo Princip murdered him in cold blood and then fled back to his country untouched.
Here at the prestigious Davidson University, we have the only known footage of the assassination of the Archduke Ferdinand. Let's take a peek. You got us lost again? Are you kidding me?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Just pull over. Let's get a map or something. There's this nice looking lad. I bet he knows where to go.
Maybe. Ask him for directions.
Could you help us, please? We're lost. We're from out of town. Oh my God!
Then Austria declared war on Serbia because they were mad at them.
Oh, I see. So then what was the Schlieffen Plan?
Whoa, Mr. Lloyd George. That was when Germany attacked France before Russia could fully mobilize. Yeah, they attacked us from neutral Belgium. Their plan was to hurry back to the east and fend off Russia after they were done with France.
Das gut! So at this point we have the Triple Entente with Britain, France, and Russia versus the Triple Alliance, Austria, Hungary, Germany, and Italy. And didn't German U-boats sink the Lusitania?
Obviously. That's why we got involved. We came in to clear up this mess you Europeans caused. And after Germany's last offensive failed, they were as good as done.
Wow, Germany caused a lot of problems. We should punish them here.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
Finally, Victoria, now we can start.
So I hope that segment brought you up to speed on the Paris Peace Conference. Now, a word from our sponsors.
Lauren, what happened to you? You used to come home and play with me. Now when you come home, you're just really dull. I really think you should stop doing drugs with your friends and get a new crowd. Can we go play fetch sweater? No? Okay, fine, ignore me. You know what, I'm just gonna go outside.
Statistics show that 9 in 10 teens experiment with drugs, and 100% of them stop playing with their pets, causing animal suicide amongst our community. Just tell your dog you forgot his heartworm medication because you were high with your friends. He'll understand.
Tears are filling up there.
Welcome back to the show.
Okay, so we all know why we're here. We need to cripple and punish Germany for what they've caused.
Hooray! I blame Germany for most of the problems pertaining to World War I. We lost a lot of wealth and power while fighting against the Germans, and we didn't even want to be involved in the first place. I think we should receive a good amount of Germany's colonies for our help in aiding France from German attacks.
That seems fair. Here are your land agrees.
Well, I was on the winning side of the war, and I think it's fair that I should receive a portion of the land from the Turkish and German Empire in Africa.
Well, you didn't really help that much, and we already gave away most of that land, but you can control a little bit. Here's your land document.
Well, we think everyone is treating us unfairly, so we have a racial equality proposal ready.
Let's take a vote whether we're being unfair to Japan or not. I think we are.
No?
Me too.
Let's see.
I agree, we're being unfair. I also agree, and it looks as though 7 other countries that are not present with us also say yes. But I'm going to overturn this because I'm in charge.
Oh, Wawarudeo!
We would like the German colony New Guinea. We agree with Wilson saying no to the Japanese racial equality proposal.
You guys can have that.
Well, I think Germany was out of line here, and I think that they should be punished as well.
But how else can we punish them besides taking away their land?
Well, I believe strongly in a 14-point plan that I have created.
What are some key points of this plan?
Well, the first main point, no secret treaties. Everything must come through the League of Nations first.
Sounds good.
Second, all the countries should belong to the League of Nations because I think this will stop any further wars. Obviously, I will have my country join as well.
Yeah, right.
Two other main points are that countries must seek to reduce their weapons and their armed forces and national self-determination. People of the same nationality should govern themselves, and one nationality should not have the power to govern another.
Well, this sounds like a good idea, but how will it affect Germany?
Well, my last idea is that Germans should be forced to sign a treaty, the Treaty of Versailles. This would stop war, weaken Germany, and stop the spread of communism throughout Europe.
Well, we think Germany should be crippled in the military, economically, and politically. Let's shrink Germany's military, weaken their government, and have them pay the debts of every country who is involved in the war. Germany should give up 10% of their pre-war territory, and they should give up all their overseas colonies.
That sounds reasonable.
This treaty sucks.
How was that for a journey? In attempts to avoid future war between the nations, the Allied powers composed the idea for the League of Nations. The League of Nations was an organization including the Allied war powers along with 32 Allied and neutral nations. Initially, the League of Nations stated that if arguments were to break out between the nations, there would be a peaceful meeting. If the meeting did not cease the fighting, there would be economic sanctions enforced on the people. If this was a failure, the military was then resorted to. Germany and Russia were deliberately excluded from the League of Nations. Thus, controversy erupted. Till next time, I'm Eugene Spitz. Alright guys, is that a wrap? I'm getting out of here.
We rolling on chrome bars and it's a sunny day. Feeling marvelous, blowing like green haze. All about our cash, we work hard and got paid. Stacks multiplied, now it's time to parlay.
It's a sunny day, so I'ma pull out the drop. No chain today, but I'ma pull out my watch. You know I'm iced up, looking like a wedding cake. I hear it's fake, but I got cash. Ride around in drop jacks with my top back. Interior all black with leather seats. Rims dip 4 times. I'm in a V12. Watch me blow by. You know.